Hi, my name is Liz Hathway and this is my astrological look at the week ahead. Now I've just missed Mercury square to Pluto, which was at 10:52 Dutch time, which is probably not a bad idea. What I think of with Mercury square Pluto is things like miscommunication or being at loggerheads with someone, or there's a little bit of intimidation maybe with Mercury square Pluto. It's also something you could imagine a torturer having in his chart, you know, or kind of taboo thoughts that might come up. Anyway, it's very much about the suppression of ideas, or how we allow ideas that are a little bit more controversial or a bit more, in a way, perhaps also completely new to us, how we allow them to filter into our consciousness. Because Pluto is very much about the unconscious, it's very much about the id, it's very much about what is being kept down as opposed to what's being let out. So that square was this morning in Aries, Mercury in Aries, Pluto of course well entrenched in Capricorn. We also have on Monday, we have the moon, which is currently in Aquarius, is on the south node. So there is that sense of letting go of things, you know, just let it go with the flow. And again today, but then we're getting, in Dutch time, it's almost midnight, we have Venus square Neptune. So I was sort of having a bit of free association this morning, thinking, what does that conjure up, you know? I mean, one of the things that came to mind was the idea of the female medium, you know, this sort of idea of channeling, this idea of giving a voice to the feminine unconscious, because Neptune is very much about this ocean consciousness. But again, Venus-Neptune square, you could think of a disconnect, you know, you lose the point to chaos in a way. It's very disconnected. It's very, it's about dissolution. But it's also maybe the dissolution of the idea of love, or the striving for some kind of abstract perfection. But certainly Venus, Neptune here, you know, Neptune in Pisces, Venus in Gemini, it's very fast moving, it's flowing, it's moving. So maybe in some ways ideas as well being hard to pin down. We also have on Wednesday, coming into Wednesday, we have the Sun opposite Jupiter. So always Jupiter, you know, has this sense of new perspectives, or giving us a broader vision of things. But with the opposition, you know, this new perspective could be disruptive, because the opposition, of course, is, you know, can often be a sort of aspect of conflict with a face-off. Jupiter is also retrograde in Scorpio at the moment, so things are slow to come to fruition. The Sun in Taurus, so there's a sort of ponderous feel to this. But it definitely does show the need for new perspectives, you know, and possibly, you know, in view of what's coming up later in the week and next week, some of these new ideas could be disruptive. When we get into Thursday, we have the moon in Pisces. It's sextile the Sun, it's sextile Pluto. You know, Neptune is in Pisces as well at the moment. So there is the sense of the vastness of the unseen, you know, this sort of, also the God thought in a way. Towards the weekend, we have the Sun trine Pluto. So this is very much the slow undercurrent, the slow shifts, the tectonic plates moving along in a kind of harmonious way, because of course the Earth is always moving, and it's only occasionally when these plates collide that we get these great eruptions. This is much more sort of slow moving, transformative, earthy, sort of almost go with the flow sort of change, you know. But as always with Pluto, there's great psychological insight here on offer. But it's falling on the day of a Mercury square Mars. So again, there is this sense of the war of words, seeking the confrontation, wanting to score a point, wanting to have the last word in a way, if you like. But with the Sun trine Pluto on the same day, you know, there's also maybe, again, a sense of a deeper wisdom coming into play, and allowing the other one maybe, you know, to score that point or to appear to win. It's not always about, you know, who has the last word. But it can feel like that with Mercury square Mars. It's this real sort of, especially with Mars currently in Capricorn, which is quite a militant, sort of military sort of placement for Mars. And then we move into Sunday, We have, you know, that lovely Mercury conjunction with Uranus, which suggests that, you know, thought processes are about to undergo a change. There's going to be new vistas opening up, new visions. There's the sense of things coming together. You know, this is also in a way a sort of a herald, if you like, of the movement of Uranus into Taurus, which takes place next week. So, you know, Mercury is often seen as the lower octave of Uranus. These are both planets that are connected to mind, and Mercury is, of course, you know, the god that leads the soul in the underworld to the realm of Hades. He's a psychopomp, and here almost it's as if Mercury is leading the way for, it's had this conjunction in Aries. It's the, as I say, it's the spark, it's the new thought, the new idea, and then we get the movement next week on the 15th of Uranus itself, these two mind-related planets moving into Taurus. So thought processes are undergoing change. So this is an exciting week. I like the look of the land, the lay of the land this week, and I'm wishing you a very good week. Speak soon. Bye.